Hey, you guys, it's Eboné Chatman here with Where's the Buzz at the Spinning Gold premiere. Stay tuned to all the hot interviews. You have exclusives from the main cast. You don't want to miss it. Okay, hey, you guys, we're here with Casey Likes. He plays Gene Simmons. How was that? Like, what did you have to do to kind of get into character?
Oh, I just asked a lot of questions and tried to get into his mind as much as I possibly can without meeting him, and I hope someday I get to meet him and see what he thinks.
Okay, so you just took impressions off like interviews or like?
Yeah, I got to ask Neil Bogart quite a bit. I got to ask my friend Cameron Crowe quite a bit about what he's, his experiences with him, and it was all just incredible stories.
Okay, so he kind of seems a little bit like wild, a little bit crazy. What did you have to do besides watching the movie? Like, did you have to listen to grunge music? Did you listen to Kiss all the time, or what did you do to kind of get into character?
Yeah, I had to learn bass guitar, which I know guitar, but I didn't know the bass guitar yet, and so I got to learn that. I just listened to Kiss all the time. And actually, funny enough, he doesn't drink or do any drugs, and he never has. So it's surprising. So just kind of got in that headspace of he's just enjoying the music and the lifestyle.
Were you familiar with any of his music beforehand?
Yeah, big time for sure. Yeah, I love Kiss. I love all those songs. I love the way that they have created an image for themselves. It's so admirable for sure.
This had to be like a dream come true.
It was a huge dream. I mean, can you imagine someone's just like, so you're going to play one of the biggest rock stars on earth? And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take it, please.
Okay, perfect. So what is your favorite part of the movie? Without giving too much away, what can you tell us? Give us a little something.
It's a great question. They do something kind of fun in the finale, which is, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it in a movie, so I'm really excited for people to see it.
We're so excited to see it as well, and thank you so much for joining us today. Of course. Thank you. Hey, you guys, we're here with Grammy-nominated Broadway actor Jeremy Jordan. How are you?
Hey, I'm really good. How are you?
Good. You played the main man. You're the main character. So we're excited to see you throughout this whole entire movie. What do you think the genius was behind Neil?
I think that he was just a visionary to begin with. He could hear music and was so far ahead of everybody else. That was actually a little bit of his downfall, because he had to just drag and pull everyone along with him until they finally understood what he could see, and ended up in debt and in more than one way with a lot of people. But so I think it's hard to be a visionary, but I think it paid off because he has this tenacity and this perseverance where he will not stop until he finally reaches that golden road that he's envisioned for himself.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. Have a good night. How are you tonight?
I'm thrilled. I cannot believe this film ever finally got made. The story of making the film is much like the story of Casablanca Records. It fell apart. It came back together. People left. The Casablanca Records, the Neil Bogart, the film's about, he went bust numbers of times. He borrowed money from the mob. He got money from Vegas. And in the end, of course, he created the music that we're still dancing to 50 years later. But the story of making the film is very similar.
Okay. So it's very symbolic, the whole situation of it.
Listen, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. So Tim, who wrote and directed it, has the same chutzpah, the same kind of gift of the gab that his dad had. He can persuade people to do things against their own will, and he just, how he made this film, how he pulled it together, how he got all these people to be in it when COVID came and when the film fell apart and got back together again. Someone should make a film about that.
Right. That's its own situation right there.
Soundtrack, unfortunately. The soundtrack of this film is mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing. I'm so excited to hear. So can you tell us a little bit about your character in the movie?
I play Al Bogarts, as he was known, who is Neil's dad, Tim's granddad, Tim, the director's granddad. And they grew up in Brooklyn. He was a postman. And he dreamt small. He gambled. He talked big. But really, he was gamble all his wages away on horses and lose them all the time. And and his son looked at him and went, "I'm not going to be a loser like my dad." And he gambled huge. He went for the stars. Yeah, he made it huge, but he lost. And they got up. And then he made it huge, and then he really lost. And then he made it huger. And he lived to tell the story. But inspired really by his dad's failures. And that was my job, to be a big talking, very confident, empty loser.
Okay, so what is kind of your favorite part of the movie, if you have one?
Oh, God, there were loads. I mean, I love music, and I love this particular music, because it's the sound of my teen years that I did all those first things to, some of which you shouldn't talk about on camera. And So listening to these incredible artists sing and do cover versions of my favorite songs, which, by the way, I dreaded. I don't want to hear anybody cover these songs. These are songs never came off my playlist. And then I listen to them and I go, holy fuck.
Right.
It's just that what they did with them was incredible.
Yeah, we love a little remix. Okay, so do you have any upcoming projects that we need to know about?
I have so many, but I'll be back to publicize those when they come. There's a bunch of stuff coming out very soon.
Well, we'll be looking out for that. We're super excited for tonight. Congratulations on such an amazing film, and we're really excited to watch.
I'll take it. It's not due to me, but I'll take it anyway. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Great. Okay, first off, congratulations on your beautiful wedding. Where's the rock? Where's the rock? Let's see it. Show it up. Oh my God. What are you ladies most excited to see in the film tonight?
Well, we're excited to see Gladys Knight played by Lettucey. That's our friend. And
I'm excited to just hear all the music and just see how many songs I'm familiar with and how many things they fit into this movie and just learn a little bit more about the history of making it all. I'm excited.
It's such a diverse group of musicians too, playing like such iconic characters. I think it's really going to lend itself well to giving it like a fresh new take, you know, like on these iconic musicians from the 70s.
No, I love it.
it's a sex, love, and rock and roll type of movie, you know?
No, I mean, that's a classic one. I'm so excited because they are such young actors and actresses in the movies playing such iconic people, and we kind of get to see the like growing of the whole legacy. So I'm really excited about that as well. So let's talk about what are you ladies up to? What is like some upcoming projects?
Sure, well, we're on a show promoting Run the World Season 2 coming out on May 26th on Stars. We all star in it. And yeah, we just want y'all to watch it on Stars.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we're here to talk about. May 26th.
Everyone black, support everything black. We got it. Okay.
If you want something else, that is fine. You can find yourself on our show too.
I love that. Well, you ladies look amazing. Thank you so much. Of course. You too. Have a good one. All right. Kel, we are so excited to see you out and about, okay? So, you know, we're here celebrating Spinning Gold. What's kind of like your favorite era of music?
Oh, well, you know, I got to say the 90s. You know what I mean? But everything like with the Spinning Gold, all of like the 90s sampled music was from this. You know what I mean? So Parliament, Funkadelic, you know, Donna Summers, you know, everybody sampled it. You know what I mean? So we grew up on all this music. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, Casablanca Records is kind of like, I feel like the cornerstone of all of that like funky soul music that we play at every family reunion. So what's your favorite song to play at a family reunion?
The barbecues, you know, all of that. Come on. Yeah.
Got an electric slide. You got to.
Come on. Everybody doing this. Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. So what are kind of your upcoming projects? I know we have Good Burger too.
Good Burger 2 coming out. I'm also an author as well. So we have Prank Day. That's my book that is for the youth. It's so funny. It's about a kid that does April Fool pranks, and on April 2nd, all of them come true. We're doing a big event at the Universal Soul Circus in Compton for all the kids. I'm giving away tickets. They're going to come through. So we're doing a prank day for that. Yeah, that's going down on April 8th. So I'm excited about that too as well. Yeah. Yeah.
So when can we expect Good Burger 2? When is like, give us a little insight. We need a little something.
We start shooting in May, so we're super excited about that. It'll be out around like Thanksgiving, around that time. Yeah.
Family time?
Yeah, family time. The good sauce is still hot. The music is still gonna be crazy. Yeah.
Well, we're so excited. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and enjoy your night. Have a good one. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I know it's like autopilot right now.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Try it again.
Okay.
Hi. How are you?
Okay, you guys are here with Evan.
Yeah.
He's one of the producers of the movie, also one of the sons to the great. I mean, come on. So, okay, was it difficult to translate all of the works that your dad did, like in a 2-hour movie? Like that's kind of like a
Impossible.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Okay.
We literally didn't.
What did we miss?
Curtis Mayfield, a bunch of songs from Casablanca, Donna Summer songs, I Feel Love, Hot Stuff, songs, one-hit wonders like Funky Town, Lips Incorporated. There were so many artists and so many incredible songs that my dad had a hand in. How could you tell that in a 2-hour movie? I mean, you could probably tell it in a documentary, but
Is that coming next?
maybe, right? Yeah, we are working on that.
we get an exclusive?
We're working on the musical.
Okay, love that.
Yeah, so we'll try to tell as much of it as we can and all of that. But in this movie, we really tried to stick to the songs and to the stories that we felt really told our father's story the best.
I love that. So, I mean, there's a whole new generation coming up right now, and a lot of people don't know about your father or about Casablanca Records. So how important was it to kind of get in there, tell the story accurately?
Yeah, I mean, my dad was a kind of a legend that was kind of lost to history. And the music that he worked on and the artists that he worked with are still as relevant and resonate as much today as they did then, and have inspired generations of music people. So we felt like it was important that we were able to convey the story of the life of this man who had a hand in all of it. And he died when he was 39. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So what are kind of like your favorite moments in the movie, if you have any?
I think I've seen the movie so many times. Okay, so it changes all the time. The whole end montage, when, I don't want to ruin it for anybody. The whole end montage, when you see it, you'll know, is super inspiring. I always get chills. And anything with Dan Fogler, that guy is a comedic genius. He plays Buck in the movie. You've seen him in The Fantastic Beasts, and you've seen him in Walking Dead. You've seen him in a million things. He most recently The Offer. He played Coppola in The Offer on Paramount Plus. But he's so funny in the movie. Like literally, anytime he opens his mouth in the movie, I laugh. But more than all of that is I wrote the original song that ends the movie. So I love watching that. I love watching that come to life because it was so important for me to write that, and it meant so much to me.
Absolutely. Writing something that, you know, the story that inspired by your dad, that's amazing. So this end scene must be amazing because you're not the only one that said that. Casey also said the same thing. So I can't wait to see this end scene, you guys. My mind, I'm ready for it to be blown. Okay, so besides the documentary and the other things, what are kind of some other projects that you have coming up?
Well, so interesting, in this movie I was able to work with both of my brothers, right? So my brother Brad's a producer in the movie and amazing at what he does. My brother Tim wrote and directed the movie, he's also a producer. And I was the executive music producer and handled all of the music and the score. But we just wrapped our second movie together, which we were filming in Italy for 3 months. And yeah, and it's a musical that I co-wrote all the music. My brothers were writer and director, producer, same roles. And so I think we got a thing going. We're going to keep that rolling.
I love it. What's the title of the musical?
That's called Verona.
Verona. When should we expect that to be out?
Either the end of this year or top of next.
Okay, well, we're super excited. You've been killing it, obviously. We're so excited to see this movie, and you guys continue to stay tuned.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.